Hi there. So this week we're talking about bilateral coordination, and today's topic is reciprocal or alternating bilateral coordination. What is it? Well, it is rhythmic activities where one side of the body does the exact opposite as the other side of the body. A great example would be crawling. When your child crawls, one arm goes front and then the leg goes front, and then it switches. So it alternates, right? We're going to get to the activities in a second. But you also might be wondering, well, how do I know if my child is having difficulty with rhythmic movements, reciprocal or alternating bilateral coordination? The thing to look for is if your child has jerky movements or movements that don't flow well. And what I mean by that is that one hand or leg might be lagging, or that the movement looks lopsided. So when your child is crawling, we'll use that as a first example, if it doesn't look mirrored on each side, if one leg is lagging a little bit, or one shoulder and arm are hiked, or if a child's not using one of their four areas of their body in the same mirrored motion, that would be an indicator that your child is having a little bit of trouble with alternating or reciprocal bilateral coordination. Now let's get to some more activities. Another activity for reciprocal or alternating bilateral coordination would be army crawling. Army crawling is when you're down on your tummy and you crawl, right? But you're wiggling along. We did this in the activity, the video where we jumped over the line and then crawled under it, or reverse, crawled under it and then jumped over it. I demonstrated what that looked like. It was a few weeks ago. When your child has difficulty with this type of bilateral coordination, usually a leg lags, meaning it kind of looks like Spider-Man crawling up a wall, except your child's gonna crawl across the floor on their tummy. But if you can picture him on the wall and he moves up, he scales the surface, one leg in the children that I work with tends to lag. They kind of forget to use one of their legs to push them along. So it's something to look for, the mirrored, if it's same on each side in due turn. Another activity that we did in these videos, it's actually video 2, is called the cross crawl. Cross crawl is where you march in place and tap knee to hand, knee to hand, knee to hand, and then elbow to knee. How are those movements? Are they smooth or jerky looking when your child does that, or when you do that with your child? Something else that uses this is running, walking, and jogging. Think about it, right? Like your arm goes back, this one goes front, and then you switch. But mostly think about the legs, right? Your legs go front, 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 and they are switching. So this is reciprocal or alternating, kind of looks like this, right? Climbing stairs, one foot goes up, the next foot goes up, the next, the next, the next, the next. Swimming is the same thing. You're going front and then back, front and then back, followed by the legs. I'm sitting, so I can't do it. And again, we did this in our videos too. We did flying and Superman on the floor in one of the videos. Again, look for, if you're swimming on the floor, you would be on your tummy with your hands out, and you would be fluttering your arms and legs. Note if your child kind of keeps one hand down or one leg down and only swims with one, or if they're doing it equally reciprocally. Holding a rope hand to hand as you're crawling up it. So if you have an incline and you've got a rope and you're coming closer and closer, your hands are doing reciprocal motions, right? So you could do that with your child. They could climb up a sliding board like that, or up a wall, or you could create something in your home. I'm sure you guys are very creative. Rock climbing for our older kids would be great. It's reciprocal. You have to find something with this hand, find something with that hand, and your legs follow. There's a lot of brain work that happens with all these activities. It's crossing over the corpus callosum because you're using both sides of your body to do different things rhythmically, reciprocally as well. Riding a bike is another activity. Bicycles laying on your back. Think about if you do Pilates or a workout at the gym. This isn't a video we did too. There's a whole breakdown of how to start out with bicycles with a child and then how to build up. So it's when you're on your back and you're making your arms and legs go and your body's going as well. The other thing that I could think of for reciprocal or alternating bilateral coordination would be if you're laying flat on your back and all limbs are down and you used one hand to touch the opposite leg and then back, and then one hand to touch the opposite leg and back. And we can do that next week. I can show you how to do that. Those are some ideas to do with your child to assess reciprocal or alternating bilateral coordination. If you have any questions, please let me know and have fun. This is really fun to see how the brain works. All right, take care and we'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye-bye.